This video is to show you how to create a classroom for your team PLCs within the Google Classroom platform. The first thing you need to do is make sure you've opened up Chrome and then sign into Chrome using your teachers.wfisd.net domain. Okay, if you've already logged in, then it might be right here. Otherwise, you'll be prompted with a page that looks like this to sign in as whoever you are. I'm T Davis at teachers.wfisd.net, and then put in your password. You won't be able to see Google Classroom unless you sign into Chrome using this domain. Now, next you'll come up here to your apps, and you will click on Google Classroom. And you're going to simply add a class. Create a class. Let's name this class Sample PLC 2. And we'll just say Section 2. And we will create. Now, if you are the music PLC, then this would be wonderful. If you don't like this, if you're the science PLC or the math PLC, there are other themes that you can choose from. Paintbrushes, if is a good one. I'm going to choose the ladybug just because I like the ladybug. Select the theme. Now, what you have here are three areas. You've got your stream. The stream is what you're going to use most. Okay, it's going to be where you decide what you want to discuss electronically, what you might want to collaborate, assigning the documents you might want to collaborate with, watching videos, reading articles, whatever you want. This is going to be the main page where you do most of your work. The student page is where you're going to invite your PLC team members. They are technically students, if you will, because you, the department chair, and the administration are going to be the teachers, even though really we're more team, you all are more team leads and things of that nature. So you'll invite your student. You'll just click the invite box. You'll look for their email addresses. It has to be once again, it's going to have to be the teachers.wfisd.net domain, so we can look for me. And you could see you want to make sure, because I created a student account just to test things, you want to make sure if you were going to add me, you're going to add the one with the teachers.wfisd.net. Okay, but we don't want to do that because I don't need to be a student in this one. Now here's the About page. The About page is where you can post things that you might refer to all the time. So we can put our team name again if we want to, PLC 2, make a description if you want to. If you're going to meet in a specific room all the time, you can put that, and you can click Save. And it also automatically creates a Google Drive folder for you for Sample PLC 2. Now, add materials. This is where, either through an attachment or a Google Drive document or a video or a link, you can add things that you might refer to all the time. Let's say you want to have a copy of the TEKS in here. Then you would put TEKS, you would add a link to your TEKS page, and then you would post it, okay? Or let's say there is a document in Google Drive, it's, I don't know, some sort of MYP thing that you refer to all the time. You would upload it through Drive and then post it. And that way, it's basically a reference page, is your About page. So now, let's go back to Stream. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is also where you're going to invite teachers, because as department chairs, you are going to invite the principal and the assistant principal associated with your department to be co-teachers or co-team leaders in this electronic environment. So you'll invite teacher. Let's just say we'll invite Mr. Albus. We'll search. Once again, we came up with 2. Make sure you choose the teachers.wfisd.net and then click Next and Invite. and that will send him an invitation to his email. And once he clicks on that invitation, he will be then added. Okay. And that way the principal he'll sometimes just monitor what's going on. Sometimes he might suggest things to discuss. Sometimes he might add comments of his own. But the department chairs, the team leaders, and the principals and the assistant principal and the assistant principals will also be co-teaching here, and you'll invite them when you create your class. Now let's get back to Stream. This is basically where you're going to put your announcements, put your ideas out there. So let's say your very first announcement is, for our first PLC meeting, please share 3 ideas that you would like to explore during the year. Please put your ideas in the comment section below. And then you would post it. And then your students, even though they're called students here, really your team members would add comments. Comment, comment, comment. We would try and spell things correctly. And they would post. I know this just shows one line, but you can have multiple lines in a comment. It's not going to cut you off at 25 words or something like that. And then the next person would add, and the next person would add. So it's sort of a blogish type of thing. Okay. Now let's say your next idea is you want to have your team members collaborate on a document. So let's say using the Google Drive document attached, please enter your ideas for goals for our department for the coming year. Feel free to collaborate on the document. As much as you would like. Then you would go to your Google Drive. I'm just going to pretend that any one of these things that I have here, this picture thing, is the document, okay? And then you would post. Now, each one of your team members would go to that document, add their goals, okay? And when you have Google Drive training and Google Docs training, you'll see that you can see revision history, or you can have them, label their ideas with their name, because that would be easy as well. And so you could collaborate on this document. As you can see, there are multiple. You can add an attachment if there's some sort of PDF article that you would want them to read. You can add a YouTube video if there's a good video you want to share with them. You can add a link if there's some sort of website or any sort of web link you want to share and have them review and comment on, or what have you. So there's multiple ways that you can share things, share ideas, get information out using Google Classroom. This is about it. You don't have to, like I said before, you do need to be in the domain. You do need to be in Chrome, okay, to do all of these things, but it's quite easily managed. And I think it's going to be a wonderful way for the PLC teams to collaborate using the electronic format.